According to Prince Andrew's biographer, it looks like Donald Trump is preparing to pardon Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's partner in crime and hooking up rich and powerful people, like Donald Trump, with underage children. Check it out. Leave your comments, ding the bell, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Donald Trump was asked by a reporter during his, I suppose he's calling them coronavirus briefings, but, it was so filled with misinformation that CNN refused to carry it, and MSNBC kept cutting away so that the reporter could say, well, he just said this, but actually here's the truth on that. So, it really, most of the information was statistical, right? It was cherry-picking statistics. It really clarified what Abraham Lincoln said so many years ago, that figures don't lie, but liars can figure. And it's absolutely true. But in any case, during that event, he opened it up to reporters' questions, and one of the reporters said, Ghislaine Maxwell has been arrested now. She was Jeffrey Epstein's collaborator in basically hiring illegally young women, young girls, to have sex with older men, whether it's Prince Andrew or Donald Trump or whoever. And there's lots and lots and lots of pictures floating all over the place of Donald Trump and Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein. And Jeffrey Epstein, of course, was either murdered or committed suicide in his jail cell. We don't know, because somehow mysteriously the cameras in that area got turned off and the guards fell asleep during the hour or so when he just decided to commit suicide, just by coincidence. It's all a coincidence. So anyhow, Nigel Cawthorn, who is the official biographer, or maybe unofficial, I'm not sure, he wrote a book about Prince Andrew, or about this whole situation. It's called Epstein and the Palace. It's a major bestseller in the United Kingdom. And he pointed out that when Donald Trump was asked, will Ghislaine Maxwell turn in very powerful men, Trump said, well, I don't know her that well. I saw her around a little bit, but I wish her well. And he went out of his way to say that 2 or 3 times. I wish her well. Which, I heard him say about Michael Flynn. I heard him say about Paul Manafort. I heard him say, this is something that Trump, and Roger Stone, this is something that Trump basically says about people he's planning to pardon or try to pardon or get their sentences. Paul Manafort's out loose right now. He's living in his apartment. The only one Trump hasn't wished well recently was Michael Cohen, who's writing a book about Trump, and he's in solitary confinement because of that. So anyhow, this biographer, Nigel Cawthorn, in the United Kingdom, he says, because Trump said, I wish her well 2 or 3 times on TV yesterday, he said Trump may be indicating that he'd look favorably on her if she keeps quiet. He has the power to pardon her if she pleads guilty. So all she has to do is say, I'm not talking. I'll plead guilty. I will say, whatever you say I did, fine, I'll sign a paper. But if you want to know who the men were that I was hooking up with these 16-year-olds, ain't going to happen. Was Donald Trump sleeping with a 15-year-old or a 17-year-old? I'm not going to tell you. If she does that, then Trump basically is saying he would pardon her. So anyhow, he has the power to pardon her if she's found guilty or pleads guilty. It certainly increases the intrigue around the case. He added, it's a bit puzzling. Donald Trump has a long history of distancing himself from friends in trouble. Prince Andrew can attest to that. Only in December, Trump said, no, I don't really know him. Prince Andrew actually knows Donald Trump quite well, or vice versa. So his biographer goes on to say, you'd think he'd try to distance himself from Ghislaine Maxwell, too, after she was charged. But no. So, is Trump begging Ghislaine Maxwell to keep her mouth shut? And if she does, he'll give her a pardon. Probably after the election. It looks like she's not even going to go to trial for a year. But she could change her plea right away, and then he could pardon her. Or he could even pardon her if she never changes her plea. And that could just end the whole thing. That's what Bill Barr told George Herbert Walker Bush to do with Caspar Weinberger and Ollie North back in December of 1992 in order to shut down the Iran-Contra investigation. And it worked. It produced a 3-page giant screaming headline across the front page of the New York Times on Christmas Day 1992. You can see it in the New York Times archives if you're a subscriber. You know, the cover-up was complete. The Iran-Contra cover-up was done. And Bush did it at Bill Barr's recommendation. So, you know, he just pardoned these people and they were no longer subject to subpoena.